Okay. So lastly, we saw the team in Amsterdam taking some weed. They ate shrooms. Maybe acid, I don't know. They were tripping balls, though.
Oh, we just watched another episode of Ted Lasso. Richmond still sucks. OF, all shucks.
Aw, shucks. Chicken McGruffin. Everybody's getting tough then. Okay. See, you're sad. I don't get that. Everybody wants to go with the get back.
And now we're playing total football. We tie our dick and balls to each other for...
That was wild.
Movie night. Movie night. Movie night, ain't no doubt. We about to watch one. Movie night, turn it on. Gotta get it started. Let's watch a movie tonight. 'Cause movie nights are always the best of times. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching. Got to keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Got to.
Got to keep on watching.
And we do.
That we do. Let me just give a quick shout out to Zach for the pod room. Looking pretty crisp. Still
Yeah,
under
he should have given me this shout out
Last
the other
time-
day, but
The other day didn't deserve it yet.
it literally nothing's different.
We literally have a different camera angle. I don't have a mic covering my face.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
But I didn't have this cord yet.
But hey, the pod room is really looking nice.
You know how many times somebody's got to figure out how to get every cord to work for every single thing.
It's shocking that still has a cord running all the way across the room. Why is that not wireless by now?
No, that's fair.
You know?
USB-C,
2023.
HDMI, they all look similar, and the more small they get, the more confusing it is to, like, your microphone has a confusing cord. Took me forever to find. This cord, I bought 5 different cords that none of them
Did
worked.
he tell you what kind of
The
cord
one
to
I
buy?
told you to buy didn't work. Jordan told me to buy the one that you bought.
What'd you do with that cord?
We got to return them.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you can return that lickety split. That's $20.
Lady Split?
Oh, Amazon's the best to return. Have you ever
Some of them
returned
have been
something
like-
to Kohl's?
No. I haven't been to Kohl's in
From
27
Amazon.
years. Oh.
So, like, if you return something on Amazon, it'll ask you, do you want to return this to your local Kohl's? And there's an Amazon return center at Kohl's, and you just drop it off, and they...
So
and that's
it's
it.
easy.
Oh, it's easy peasy.
Oh. What are you buying from Kohl's?
Nothing. Kohl's
Yarn?
is genius. No, clothes.
What is Kohl's? Is
It's like a
Kohl's like
Dillard's.
Ross?
Not like a Ross. More like a Dillard's.
What's a Michael's?
Michael's, that's
Arts and
supplies.
crafts.
We actually could use a Michael's right now to really go berserk on this room.
Yeah.
No, but Kohl's, I guess, I mean, I don't know who's shopping at Kohl's, so they found a way to still do business, and now they do returns for Amazon.
That's all you gotta do is figure out how to still do business.
Genius. Oh,
yeah.
that's all you gotta do is find out how to still do business.
Yeah. Adapt, react, readapt.
React.
Yeah.
Um,
This episode was
boring.
boring.
Do
Okay.
you want to give your plot summary?
Okay, sure. I will say this, the Sam father relationship
guy.
almost made me tear up like 2 times.
I love that guy.
Yeah. But he seems a little bit too young to be Sam's dad, but
Did you
whatever.
recognize him?
Yeah, but I can tell you where he's from.
He's in Game of Thrones.
Wow.
Do you remember him now?
Yeah, he has a cloak on.
Just like he did in this.
Yeah.
He's from that rich city, and he like tries to marry.
Yeah,
queens.
the dragon thing.
What's
And he's
that
got all
thing?
the gold, but it's an
Oh,
empty.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. He almost got the Queen of Dragons off of that fake.
He really did. Hey, I got a lot of gold here behind this safe. Trust me.
Yeah.
As soon as you get,
Wait
when you
on
get
it.
married, I'll show you.
All right, here's my plot summary. While the team continues to lose every game they play, no one seems to blame Ted Lasso. There are no chants defaming him, and the wanker chant is all but forgotten. Thankfully, the team has a ray of hope, as the total football strategy seems to be the team's fighting chance. Unfortunately, hope is nearly lost for Sam. After tweeting a politician, Sam's restaurant is vandalized by a no-good wanker. Fortunately for Sam, the team is as simpatico as a PB&J sandwich. The players restore the restaurant to its former glory, and Sam cooks the team an authentic Nigerian meal with the help of his father.
Nice. What was that second sentence?
No one seems to blame Ted Lasso.
Well, then what's the next one?
There are no chance defaming him.
Chance, C-H-A-N-T-S.
Chance.
With a C or with a T? Chance? Like...
Chance. Like, chance. T.
Like, B. Aggressive.
Yes.
B, okay. Not like cloudy
Chance.
with a chance of meatballs.
No.
Okay.
Obviously.
All right, so there's no chance defaming him. And then what's
It doesn't even make sense.
There's
chance
no chance you're defaming Ted Lasso.
defaming him, and the wanker chant is all but forgotten. So I said chant twice in that sentence.
I thought maybe it was a play on words with chance.
I wish.
All right, here's mine. A Ted Lasso season that started off so hot now leaves the only hot thing the lesbian scenes between Jack and Keely. Sam's restaurant gets vandalized, and rightfully so, as he refuses to shut up and dribble. The saving grace of the show being Sam's ginormous dad and a classic dicks tied together practice. Team starts to come together, and Jamie starts to take on a leader position, just as I have said the last few episodes.
That was me.
What do you mean?
I said Jamie was going to be
I'm
team
saying
captain.
like the team starts to come together. I mean that's in the plot summary for the.
Who is Isaac, and why is he still team captain?
I don't know why he was team captain in the first place. Because he was tough. I think he threw something through the TV once, and Roy was like,
Yes.
That's the team captain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He shouldn't be team captain anymore.
It needs to be Jamie.
For sure.
Well, the guy just going to give him his... I mean, he's going to have to give the patch off his back. They're not going to be like, hey, Isaac.
Oh, yeah. Isaac's going to have to be like, you know what, Jamie?
You are captain.
You're the captain of this team, which he rightfully is so. Jamie is single-handedly the best character in this show at this point.
He's great.
And then Roy, Jamie, Trent Krim, all have just made leaps and bounds in character development.
I don't hate the episode or anything. I just feel like the last few are just nowhere pieces.
It's like they don't even know where they're going.
Nothing happens in the plot of the show. I mean, they keep losing. I mean, obviously they came together at the end, and I imagine, start winning next episode.
I mean, that's what I keep saying every other episode. I'm like, the team's about to start winning.
Do you know do you have your predictions from last episode up? Mm-hmm. From last one?
Yeah, and they're going to be the same pretty much.
Yeah, ditto. What did you got?
All right, Sam is going to approach Rebecca in a flirtatious way.
Oh,
that
that's
didn't
a good
happen.
one, but that, at the end, he started to seem like that.
He did.
He had some sort of thing, and his dad brought it back up.
Yeah,
and the Rebecca thing is weird because it keeps falling off, and then they keep on hinting back at it, and it's like, well, now Rebecca has this boy toy.
And Sam's got two girls he could choose from who are way better fits for him.
He seems like he's into that other girl too.
He's got the head chef and the manager girl, and they're both
Those
kinda...
are two different people?
Yeah. He talks to the manager girl, and he's like, hey, can you find a chair for somebody? I got a special guest. And she's like, yeah, I'll figure it out. And then he goes into the kitchen and talks to Simi, and that's, I think, the girl.
Okay.
Will you turn that fan on?
Oh, yeah.
It's toast.
It is toast.
Hit it high.
Hit it?
Or medium, so we don't get too much reverb. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's night and day difference already.
That's nice. I'm a fan of that fan.
So anyways, the episode opens up, and Roy and Jamie are still training. Two of my favorite characters in the show at this point.
Wait, finish your predictions.
Predictions? Okay, so Sam's going to approach Rebecca in a flirtatious way. The team will win their next game. False. Roy will confess his love to Keely. False. Colin will tell the team he plays soccer. False.
All right.
And he had a great chance to tell the team he played soccer.
When was that?
Ted Lasso said something like, listen, guys, I was a straight guy from Kentucky. And then Colin should have been like, I'm gay!
That would have been good.
Like something, bro.
All right, my predictions from last week were Rebecca's pregnant. False. Well, I'm moving it on. The team starts winning under the triangle offense. Not true. Jamie Tart starts popping off. Semi. Ted wants to go home. Colin comes out. So nothing
Yeah.
really. Nothing
Jamie
really.
did pop off, but like in like
None of my predictions.
he's a
came true, but-
train conductor, bro.
What do you mean?
He conducted the whole team.
Oh, yeah,
He's team captain. He said, "Listen, this isn't working. It's not my fault. It's y'all's.
That was beast.
Y'all are playing with me. You need to be playing through me."
Coach, I don't know how to say this without sounding like a prick.
And they all flick him off.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
That was good. I love Jamie right now.
Oh, Jamie's the best character.
But like, nothing happens in this show because all my predictions, I'm just gonna move down to the bottom and redo
yeah,
them. You
and
know?
then I just make like
Shouldn't
one.
have one of them come true by now.
I make one outlandish prediction for the next episode.
You got a good one?
It's outlandish.
Okay.
I don't think it's that
I
good.
look forward to hearing it.
I don't think it's that good. I hope it doesn't happen.
Okay, the beginning of the show opens up with like all of England's city streets. They're trying to just lure us in with landscape shots.
You think?
And, I mean, I'm just saying, like, since they're not doing really anything else.
I saw
England
one
looks
shot.
Pretty beast is what I was gonna say.
I saw one shot of a double-decker bus, and
was
that's
cool.
that's one thing I can, without a doubt, say that England has done better than us.
And I am shocked that we have not done that. Why wouldn't you just add a top to the bus?
I know.
Now, do double-decker buses just drive around the city, or can you make a Greyhound double-decker and it fly down the freeway?
Greyhound.
The big traveling bus that have you ever seen those buses with the big Greyhound dog on it?
Oh.
It's called a Greyhound, and you can take it.
Oh,
to,
really? I've seen like the buses with like the fat dude on it.
Yeah, same thing.
It's the
Same-
fat dude.
Different company.
Okay.
Same.
I've never
thing.
seen the Greyhound. I always see the fat dude with the hat on.
Wow. Anyways, it's a big bus. It's called the Greyhound. You can take it all over the country. Could you just add a double decker
Yeah.
and drive it down the highway?
Okay. The only qualms I have are bridges. In interstate, you cross a lot of bridges. I don't know how that works. I don't even know if
So you
Great
think
Britain.
double decker buses just go in the city?
Yeah.
I think it's got.
I think it's more of like a because doesn't
still
Philadelphia have double decker bus for tours?
oh, yeah,
because
but
we
I think
went
the
on double
top's
deck.
off.
Yeah, but that doesn't. It didn't feel the same.
No.
Like going
Top
on
is
a
off.
Philadelphia tour and like seeing like where Rocky Balboa.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me started on Philadelphia. it's a walking museum with Philly cheesesteaks. I mean, like that place low key sucked.
You recognize this bus?
That's Greyhound?
That's a Greyhound bus.
No, not really. Kinda.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know who did it best though? Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Why
They
don't we
shrink
just
the bus.
keep on
Why don't
it?
we shrink the bus?
Shrink the bus. Why don't we add more levels?
How many levels did they have in
If
Harry
I made
Potter?
a movie, I would make a quadruple bus, and they would be like, "Oh my god!"
What would be the plot of the movie?
I don't know, but I would throw one of those in there.
Why haven't we done this yet?
I don't know.
I know. We
'Cause you
need
just don't
double
need to
decker
drive that
buses,
many
but I mean, you see like people with like cranes on their trucks and they always get stuck under our bridges.
Oh yeah.
So we got shallow
Do you
bridges
think
here.
England hasn't invented the bridge yet?
I think they have them.
Oh, they did, and it fell down.
Yep, London Bridge.
Bridge.
Yeah.
It fell down.
That's tough.
If I got
That's
hit
when they
by
stopped.
a double-decker bus.
Yeah. Or it was held up by like 8 of them.
Dude, we stink at this. We're not doing that again.
No, we should just like figure out a way to get
Guys,
people.
we tried.
That's when they were like, okay, so the London Bridge didn't work. How can we get people from point A to point B faster and with more quantity? Are they getting twice as many people on the bus as we are?
Definitely.
Really?
Why? How would they not?
Also, in bus transportation, I would assume that about 25% of the seats are filled. Whereas the other...
Oh yeah, I don't know what you're doing on a double decker bus. I feel like everyone who rides it goes to the top, and the thing is 80% empty.
Yeah.
You know.
But I would definitely go to the top.
Yeah.
But also, it's like
You
kind
ever
of
ridden
like...
a train.
Yeah, I think a MARTA counts.
No. I mean a train. Do they even?
Oh, no.
Do they have those? You ever seen someone ride on a train?
We just have cargo trains here.
I mean,
I mean, like, bullet trains. Like, Japan's figured it out. Like, could you imagine if we had a bullet train that could get us from, like, here to California? The reason we don't have it figured out is because I feel like it would cripple us in some sort of way.
the airline industry.
Yeah, like, it would be like, oh, you could go to California in 4 hours?
Oh, on a
on
bullet
a
train?
freaking train.
I don't think so.
Really?
No way.
It's like going like
If you're
we
going to
said.
California, there's gonna be hella stops.
It goes
too.
as fast as a bullet.
Oh my god.
No, it doesn't. I think it goes like 300 or 400 miles per hour.
How's the audio looking?
Looks
Can't see
good.
it.
What do you?
Just
Oh.
can't see it. I need a big audio thing behind your head.
Oh my
just so I can
gosh.
check it off.
Yeah, exhausting. Which will be good for a game I have later.
England got anything else better?
No.
Surely not the food. I feel like they eat
Bland.
Yeah,
Oh.
I feel like I imagine their food just looking like grits all the time.
Always,
Breakfast,
yeah.
lunch, and dinner. Oh, now you get the gray grits.
If you have beans for breakfast, you're doing something wrong. Gordon Ramsay, I saw a video of Gordon Ramsay, and he said, "Yeah, I'll take the English slider, baked beans, extra baked beans." Like this dude wanted extra baked beans
Well,
with
he's
his
good.
breakfast.
Well, he's good. I kind of forgot about him. So they have some good cooks. He makes the beef Wellington.
Yeah, he's good, but he doesn't like beef Wellington. Isn't like it. I don't think that's a British
Gordon
thing.
Ramsay's hilarious.
He's great.
What are you? An idiot sandwich.
Yeah, puts 2 pieces of bread up to her ears and made her say it. That was great.
I also love the videos of Gordon Ramsay when he's doing it with like the little kids show, and he's like, "You try.
You're doing great.
Job."
Yeah. What are you
And
talking
then he's
about?
like, "You are. This is the worst shite I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
whole life."
Oh yeah, him kids show compared to him,
It's hilarious.
it's night and day.
Oh my god, that's all time.
But anyway, so Keely and Jack are they're already on the rocks, but Jack doesn't think so. It's just Keely.
Yeah, I wrote Killian predictions. I don't know what that meant.
It's a good prediction. I'm sure she'll be in the next episode.
Yeah.
Did you give your predictions?
From last week's.
Okay.
Yeah. Jamie. Oh. I guess I accidentally wrote mine. Anyways, Jack gives Keely that book
Yeah.
that I imagine.
Like Anne Frank's diary,
no, I think
the original.
It was something that was written by the same person that wrote Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
There's something and something.
But then she
Defiled
it.
just because she's rich and
Like,
she's like.
and trying to kind of state her
At
territory.
what point is
Which is
this
kind of
Jack chick-
disgusting.
if she was a dude, you would be like totally turned off by now.
Oh, I would be like,
Like,
oh,
you are coming on way too
you're
hard.
creeping
Jack.
me out there.
You also just defiled this first edition of this book that was signed copy, who I'm assuming was Jane Austen.
It had to have been.
I believe that's who wrote that.
That's how rich she is.
Yeah.
And she said a line that I bet you noticed that you'd be like, uh-oh, Zach's not going to like this one.
Oh,
She was like, how rich are you? And she was like,
Get away with murder.
Get away with
and
murder.
some Epstein stuff.
Yeah,
I
and
knew
then
you
it
would
was
talk about
like-
Epstein.
and then it was like,
What was she saying? Rich enough to know everyone on the list or something?
she was like, and how, like, who are the other people that are that rich? And she was like, pretty much everybody that was on like Epstein's flight list.
So she's saying all of them have gotten away with murder.
Probably.
Oh my god! I bet
Probably
you,
of
you
children.
Have a conniption.
I didn't have a conniption, but I was like, it's like that thing where you're like, oh man, here they go, throwing it right in front of your
because
face.
you're saying that the people who made Ted Lasso, some of them are
No.
involved, and that they know these people and they know what's going on.
Maybe
It's
they're
like
trying
when
to
they
bring
make
light to it
jokes
too.
about, like, I'm in the Illuminati, and you're like,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
Probably.
Yeah, you probably are.
There's this show, like it's this cartoon show on Netflix. I don't know the name of it now, but it's like an underground government that actually rules America. And then
Mole
like
people.
well, they do all these like it's not mole people. It's like a government society that's like pretty much the head of it. Mm-hmm. And like they just like give all these like little like sprinkles of like
breadcrumbs.
yeah, breadcrumbs of like conspiracy theories that like people talk about.
Oh yeah, biggest thing those people get off to is leaving breadcrumbs.
Oh, they
Get
love
away with
breadcrumbs. Yeah, that's why like Beyonce throws up her Illuminati sign.
it. Exactly.
Have you heard her situation?
What's her situation?
Like she's like possessed by a demon,
oh wow,
and like
Beyonce's possessed by a demon.
and she like
This is
I
real.
mean like it's bonkers. And like most of this stuff like I don't believe,
Where
but
do you
then
find this stuff?
just videos.
Deep dark web or on
No,
TikTok?
like TikTok.
Wow, they haven't shadow banned this.
Recently, okay, so here's another theory I have about TikTok. recently we've been giving China a lot of heat because they're doing what America wants to do better than America, which is steal people's data and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
So TikTok is stealing Americans' data, which it's cool when Americans are stealing Americans' data, but now that it's the Chinese, it's like,
What the
relax.
heck, man?
Yeah,
back
so they're
off.
trying to ban TikTok.
Yeah.
But recently,
Is
like,
TikTok still trying to get banned?
oh, TikTok's not trying to get banned, but they're trying to ban
like,
TikTok.
are people still trying to ban TikTok?
Yeah, for sure. It's like it's in
The
like
Geneva Convention.
it's huh?
What?
It's in the judicial system. Like
Oh,
there's
really?
like another court date set up to ban TikTok. Like they've already had like this whole like
Is it getting close? Like TikTok might not.
they'll
exist.
never ban it. It's
Wow.
been banned in like government facilities and it's been banned in like a couple of states.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But China regulates their TikTok to like where kids under a certain age have like a specific situation and then they can't get on after a certain hour and whatnot.
Wow.
But they don't do that to us and they fill our TikToks with whatever they want us to see, which is kind of scary.
That is kind of
Like, because once I heard about the TikTok ban in China, I started seeing like every single video I scrolled through was like conspiracy theory or like what's going on with like America and all this stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, they're flushing it out.
Yeah.
Like that's how I took it. It's like every video, like almost to a point where I didn't want to watch TikToks anymore.
They
'Cause
were
it's just
about
like-
the Chinese.
No, like about America and like stuff I had already heard about, but like just like it was like the only thing I could see at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, like conspiracy, government, conspiracy,
Maybe
government.
that's just your algorithm.
I don't know, bro, but I was like, what's going on? And eventually, like, and it wasn't my algorithm, like, it was a clear change.
Wait,
But, like,
what was your algorithm? Titties?
there were some titties. There were certainly some titties. But usually it was
Titties
just
and
like
jokes? Titties and jokes?
titties and jokes.
Titties and
Yeah,
jokes.
which is just about all you
With
need.
your seldom conspiracy.
Yeah.
And then they were just throwing it down.
Then they were throwing conspiracies down my throat, and I was like, where are the titties? what are we doing here?
That's a good one. All right. Back to the show. So she ruins that priceless book.
She ruins it. And then she keeps doing things that are like just freaking
Over
Keely
the
out.
top.
Yeah, puts flowers completely covering her office.
Yeah.
Which if like a girl did that to me, I would just be like, great. Where the hell am I going to put all these effing flowers?
Yeah, I mean they were just all
I'd be
over.
pissed.
It's gonna have to
And then
take them
she
out.
puts a ring in a croissant. Thanks a lot. Choking hazard.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Putting a ring in a croissant is nuts.
How'd she find it first bite, though?
I guess she didn't do. a
You
good
would have
job hiding
thought they would have put it dead center.
it. That's exactly where the only place that makes sense does it.
Yeah, but
She got
they
it
put it
first
like
bite
far
because
left.
it's TV.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
And plus, they needed to get out of there because honestly, like, all I want to see is like Jamie Tott and the team.
Yeah.
Maybe a little sprinkle of Ted Lasso, a little Trent
Yeah,
Krim.
Keely's not very interesting.
Every
anymore.
time Barbara gets on the camera, I set down my phone because I'm usually taking notes the
her
whole entire time.
assistant?
Yeah. Every time Barbara pops up, I'm like, I got nothing to
Yeah,
write
she's
down.
a bad character.
Yeah, she sucks.
She's not a very good character. Keely's kind of becoming bad now that she isn't with Roy. Her and Roy were cool. Her
Yeah.
and Jack, it was hot at first. Now it's just.
I don't know how that's going to resolve.
I don't
Because
either.
I know that Keely and Jack are going to break up, and I'm almost certain that Roy and Keely are going to, like, end up together.
Yeah.
You know who we need, like, the
Who?
best girl is Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart deserves for a girl to show up next episode and be, like, the perfect match for that guy. Because I don't want him to end up with Keely.
No, I think Roy and Keely need to be together. Jamie needs a new, really hot,
Extremely
really
hot.
funny, really beast character.
Perfect for Jamie.
Yeah,
Like,
perfect
he
for Jamie.
needs the
Super
perfect
nice.
girl.
That he does.
Yeah.
So Sam goes to his restaurant, and they're all bitching and moaning about something going on the TV and some politician.
Yeah, I know her name, but
Brenda, I looked her up to see if she was real.
Brenda
She was-
Barrett. Yeah, I asked,
Damn.
like, is she real?
Look at this girl.
Or
real.
is this just like them putting
Like, she's
female
a
Trump
bitch.
online?
Yeah. So that was Sam's annoys me with this shit.
Yeah, I mean,
He
like,
did it before, and then they were like, oh god,
Shut up.
Here come the refugees they won't let in. There's like 5 guys on a boat.
yeah. Why were they going? It's not like they were escaping from Cuba. Why is that the way you decided to come in?
I thought they needed to show, like, the reason they didn't show how it really is because they would be like, well, damn, we're not going to let 10,000 people in.
Yeah, that
you know?
makes sense.
They showed 5 guys on a boat. They're like, can you believe they're turning these refugees around?
Help us! We haven't had food and water.
It's a huge news story. It made no sense. That's
Yeah,
just
that
not
shit
how
is
it
dumb.
works. And then Sam, he wants to get all involved. He hasn't even been paying attention. He just listened to whatever they told him.
And he's
like,
a refugee.
Oh, let me tweet.
Yeah.
Let me get all
He's in
pissed
this.
off.
He was accepted into this country the same way that they weren't. So there's a process to go through. But honestly, it's like you're like, man, I wish you could let anybody in and you could accept everybody. But you're gonna cripple the country.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna
opening
ruin
a whole
everything.
New can of worms.
Yeah,
there's
you're
a
gonna
process, and unfortunately, Sam just needs to play soccer.
Yeah, and I would never be the person that ruined his, or I wouldn't have vandalized his restaurant.
Oh, no way,
No.
Kumasabi. I always said that to be funny, that he deserved it.
Yeah.
They took that quote exactly from Laura Ingraham, I believe. She said it to LeBron James.
Oh, really?
And he was like running his mouth about Hillary Clinton and stuff, and she said, "Why don't you just shut up and dribble?"
Wow.
It was
That's
literally
funny.
quote for quote. So they're just,
They're
pushing
sprinkling their
left-wing
little
propaganda. I don't need it in my Ted Lasso show. You have to make it to Sam too, who's a very likable guy. And you're like, oh, you know what we'll do with Sam? We'll turn him into the big lib, so that we got the nice guy on our side.
What's their equivalent to like liberal and conservative?
That's probably the same thing at this point.
It's probably like wankers and jolly wankers. like they seem like they live in a cookie cutter world out there.
I'm not sure what their like parties are called, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I think they are
They have,
split up
like-
between like north and south.
They also
Like the south side, they're like, oh, those are some grungy dudes. Like you don't want to hang out with the I don't know it.
Southies.
Yeah,
They-
Southies. That might be what they're called.
that's what it is in Boston.
Like Peaky Blinders. No. Kingsman. I think like the main character.
those
He
guys
was
from,
he
like,
was
yeah.
the Southie.
Yeah, they're from like from the slums over there.
Yeah,
and, all
and
the
then there's
rappers are
the
from
rich
there,
society from the north.
and they sound so different, and like you can tell that they sound a little gangster.
I had never heard a single British dude that sounded gangster.
2 + 2 is 4.
2 + 2 is 4. Quick mash.
That's their gangster sounding.
Yeah, like I would.
Or the guy in Kingsman.
Where is Tommy Fury from? He's a gypsy. They don't live by
travels.
any rules.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
traveling gypsy. They don't. I think a gypsy means you don't really settle anywhere.
yeah. I would feel confident throwing hands with like KSI.
Yeah.
KSI. There's a bunch of like popular like.
I'm familiar with him from the Paul brothers.
Yeah. So influencer, but I think both the Paul brothers could beat the shit out of me.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think KSI is up there with them.
But if
he beat one of the
I
Paul
think
brothers.
you could beat Logan Paul
Which
with
one?
like proper training. He's the older one.
Yeah.
I think Jake Paul's the more talented fighter, but he's just like
I bet he's like no bigger than 5'10".
Logan Paul and the
Jake.
Paul brothers.
Doesn't Jake
I bet
a
they're
better
both about.
fighter?
I think Logan Paul might have a very similar ability to
No,
you,
I think Logan Paul is my.
except for like he's in really good shape.
jacked,
Yeah,
He's really
like
jacked. They're both really jacked.
you're naturally jacked. He works out.
I mean, that's
twice
all
a
this guy
day.
Do, yeah.
Yeah, if you had like a contract, somebody give this guy a contract.
Yeah, someone give me a contract.
Yeah, and then
fight him right now.
I'll fight like the lower grade fighters until I get to Jake Paul.
Yeah, that was a crazy business that he started.
What?
I mean, just being like, you know what, we're influencers. Why don't we pick up boxing? Shout
Genius,
out them.
honestly,
Shout out them.
because like they changed the game forever, and I bet it like screwed over like boxing for sure, but
I think that
also
they make a lot of money in
UFC.
their fights, but at the same time, the people in boxing are definitely like
What the
wiping the
f?
floor with their asses, you know, like.
Oh yeah, but
if
they
you
don't
fought real
fight
people,
boxers.
Yeah, yeah.
They fight like
And no,
Anderson
no
Silva,
diss to Jake Paul because he fights some old guys who are like
professionals.
Yeah, I
like
mean, I
it's
think
like
Jake Paul's probably a good
and also
fighter, but he
Jake
wouldn't
Paul-
compete in boxing.
Jake Paul made an argument that I was like, oh, you know what, that makes sense. He was like, who's the first guy that Mike Tyson fought?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I don't know. And then he was like, well, see, like, I'm fighting, like, older professional fighters, and y'all are berating me, but nobody even knows who the first guy Mike Tyson fought. So, like, why would you expect me to go up against somebody that, like, had a name?
That's a fair point. Well, the problem with Jake Paul is he'll never be, like, to that level because Mike Tyson was fighting these people when he was, like,
16.
14 years old. Like, he's probably been boxing his whole life.
When do you think
Paul
it's
was,
too...
Like, 24, he's like, I'm going to pick up boxing.
When do you think it's too late?
To become, like, a pro?
Yeah.
If you aren't doing it by 16, and that's, like, the latest, you are not going to be...
Come on, I think you go into, like, early 20s.
And become a pro?
I don't think that I have a chance.
At boxing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Those guys...
You think it's, like...
Points and stuff.
How, like... Do you think their hand-eye is just that much better than ours? Or, like, their reaction time or something?
They just train their whole life. And like, you got to be doing that when you're young. What about golf?
What about the Warrior?
That was UFC. UFC's easier than boxing.
What? There's 18 different types of fighting styles. More so than that, you got Muay Jutsu, Soy Jutsu, Toy Jutsu. Like, you got all the jutsus, and they can, like, it's a ground game. Like, boxing is one aspect, and UFC is boxing plus 100 different aspects.
If Mayweather went and did UFC against...
He would get
wrecked.
Yeah, in the first round.
But I think more difficult to jump into is boxing because it's very technical and about scoring points. And UFC, there's a bunch of different ways to get your point across. You could just be a beefcake boxer and just wail on someone to death. Or you might be a good wrestler and you could have just come... Austin Penland. I'll sign
Great
him up.
wrestler.
Yeah.
I wish we could get him in there.
Yeah.
We could just be in his corner. Like, I would be the water guy for Austin.
He would get jacked up, too.
Oh.
I could imagine him just, like, going crazy.
Training and then getting crazy beast. Like, he would be so good at the ground game.
Oh, so good.
A little bit of...
He was a state champ.
Just some locks.
Yeah.
Matt Moody.
Yeah.
He could do good. Andrew's out of...
3-time state champ.
I know. Not Andrew.
Not Andrew.
No.
Andrew would do very poor.
Andrew's a wimp. I'd wrestle Andrew right now. Nah, he would beat my ass. Wrestling specifically, like...
He got really mad when I told him I'd beat him in wrestling.
Oh, really?
Stick by that.
Weight class. You would beat him.
Yeah.
Hey, you're a beast.
Yeah, what are you going to do, Chief?
Maybe. I don't know, dude. Like, he could twist your ankle up a little bit.
Yeah, he wrestled in high school. I've been out of high school for 10 years.
He's been out of high school for
he has not wrestled
18.
So he's done.
Yeah. Plus he's balding.
Yeah. All right.
There's a guy, my new project manager is like the perfect mix of like Tyler Shellnut and Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
He's a good guy. I really like him.
Whew, that's funny.
But yeah, let's get back to this show.
Yeah, so Sam's the lib of the episode.
Sam's the lib, and he's already done this before, and he just kind of talks too much until a point where you're like, why are you still talking?
Why are you so in politics, you know?
I just don't like... I get that, like, you have your... Even if you're a celebrity, you have your opinions, but also, shut up.
Why does LeBron James' opinion mean more than ours? And why do I want to hear it?
Just because he's an
spends all his time playing
influencer?
basketball. Yeah, just because you're an influencer, your opinion means something?
If you don't, like... Okay, so, like, we have a podcast. So, if it's not like you're, like...
True, so we're on the same page.
Yeah, we're about, like, we shouldn't be spouting our...
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, if you're, like, on a podcast and your point of your podcast is to say these things, then that gives you ground to say these things, in a way.
Yeah.
Like, if we give our opinions here, it's different than LeBron playing basketball and then being, like, going to Twitter and being like... I
don't really care about them giving their opinions, but I also don't think if someone's opinion is to shut up and dribble, that you should care about that either.
True. If you don't care about my opinion, why would you care about that opinion?
I think LeBron should be able to say whatever he wants. Someone should say, hey, LeBron, you play basketball. You're an idiot. I don't want to hear your opinion.
Like, hey, buddy.
And you shouldn't care because you're saying your opinion.
Where'd you get your college degree, LeBron? You didn't. You
said,
from 16 years old, you were a phenom on the courts and you went to the NBA. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't ask Kobe Bryant for It didn't have to be Kobe
Of
Bryant.
course you wouldn't.
I want to ask Kobe Bryant for like information on how to do my taxes.
Yeah.
I'd ask him how to do a reverse lay.
Exactly.
Like that.
But hey, I don't care. You can say it, but don't get mad when people say you should probably shut up because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know?
Which you probably don't. I mean, LeBron's opened 155 books on
Hasn't read a
camera,
one.
and he's on page 1 every single
That
time.
is the funniest shit. I'm surprised LeBron hasn't started going, you know what, I should open this one up.
Let's
in the
switch to
middle."
175. Yeah. Figure it out, LeBron.
Yeah.
You can't always be starting a book.
Oh my god, there's a classic interview about like.
And I bet he
about
reads
David
slow
Brooks.
as hell.
It's a great read. He was just a great guy. I think it was about Malcolm X.
Have you seen like the
He just-
future telling?
No.
It's like, what'd you think of, and this isn't like a real example, but it's like, it would be like, LeBron would be like, asked a question, and it'd be like, what'd you think about, Leonardo DiCaprio getting an Oscar for The Revenant?
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron would be like, honestly, man, like I told him if he did that movie and he worked hard
yeah,
enough that
that's
he would get the,
hilarious.
like he just like,
The one about Kobe is so funny.
What'd he say?
So there's an interview of him when he's really young, and it's like, I was actually watching that game when he scored 81 points, and I looked at my.
He's
friends
gonna
and
get
I said,
60.
He's about to get 60. Actually, you know what? He's gonna
He
get
gets
70.
70.
I bet he gets 80.
Matter of fact, yeah.
And you know what? He did it.
I really like, and I've told my buddies who love LeBron, I hate LeBron. I mean, like, and I told them, I said, I believe that he is the greatest of all time because I think that athletics have grown in
Oh,
a
yeah.
way that it's indisputable. Like the same way that, like, Olympic swimmer from like 20 years ago wouldn't even be able to be in the
Yeah,
Olympics.
You can look at their times.
Yeah,
You know,
so
it's
it's
way
like-
easier to be in like track and field, and you're like, why the guy running 5-minute mile now they can run 4-minute miles? Who's the best of all time?
Yeah,
You know,
like
same
you
thing happened in
evolve.
basketball.
Everybody is evolving, and we're getting better and better.
can make
We're
three-pointers
breeding
from
people
the
properly.
half court.
Did you know that Yao Ming was like intentionally bred? They found like the tallest Chinese woman and the tallest Chinese man, and made Yao Ming.
I want to put it past him.
Now I've heard that. I don't want to go and,
And
say.
that is how Yao Ming was made. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
But anyways, I mean, just shut up.
Yeah.
I don't care. If I was playing professional basketball, which I could have,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be spouting my opinions.
True.
I'd have a podcast with my brother about movies.
Yeah. We would be putting out movie opinions.
Yeah. Also,
And man, it would be a lot easier to make it pop off.
oh
Why'd
man,
you go pro first?
yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
You were better than me. You should have gone first.
I could have gone pro as well, obviously.
You were like a JJ Redick.
Yeah.
How tall is JJ Redick?
He's like 6'3", I think.
How tall are you? 6'3".
6'2".
Yeah, I stood no chance.
I missed it by an inch.
I could have been your water boy, maybe. Like, done some marketing
Have you
for
seen
you.
Nate Robinson? He's like 5'10".
Also, black. I mean, that guy was.
That
And
helps.
also, Nate Robinson is probably like 5'6". I don't think 5'10" is like.
True.
Like, he was itty bitty, but he could dunk the ball at 5'6" and won a dunk competition. Like, if I.
think he might have lost it to Dwight.
Oh, with the Superman thing? I think he won like the year before or
Maybe
something.
he
I'm
did,
pretty
maybe
sure
he
he
did.
won. But anyways, get back to
Tiny
the show.
little man. He boxed one of the Paul brothers.
Yeah, and he got wrecked. He's 5'9".
But which one? Jake or Logan?
I think it was Jake.
And was it even close?
If
If it
I don't
was
think
even
so.
Close, then I could take him. Not close.
I don't think it was close.
That should never have been close.
That was like when Conor McGregor fought Mayweather,
Mm-hmm.
and like you could see when the tides turned.
Oh yeah, but he did better than I thought he would.
Yeah.
So they're gonna play total football, which is the triangle offense of soccer.
Which I don't know why it was like this like ancient thing. Like total football happened in the 1980s when I feel like the vast majority of soccer teams should be playing total football.
I think it doesn't work for all teams. If you have really good players and you have really good offense guys like Jamie and your Zava, then you want them up front at all times
Okay.
and like scoring the goals. And like big defenders like Isaac and stuff, you want them in the back at all times.
Which is why Jamie was like,
Then your boy
"Hey,
Kent's go in
coach,
the middle.
there must be a confusion. It says Jamie's playing Jamie.
Yeah.
But Jamie knew because he was also a part of the triangle offense on his old team.
Yeah, and I think Jamie also didn't feel like part of the team right then.
He's like, Coach, like, that's fine, whatever you want to do. Jamie is just the best guy.
He's the best.
It's
It's crazy how far he's come.
I know. I love the guy now.
I love the guy.
He said, I don't want to be a prick, and they all flicked him off, and he just laughed and just kept on going.
So anyways, they're going to play total football on Saturday versus Arsenal. Then we get a scene with Nate, and he's obsessed with being called the Wonderkin.
Oh, that was so funny.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of a thing, because you can set your nickname on Siri.
Yeah, so he said it to Wonderkin.
Yeah, so you can set your nickname with Siri.
Mm-hmm.
And in high school, I set my nickname as something really funny.
And what was it?
I'm hoping it's still on there.
Hey Siri, call me by my name.
Hey Siri, what do you call me?
You ever talked to Siri before?
No, I never do, but people
Me
at work
neither.
do it all the
They
time.
talk to Siri? I feel
Yeah.
like Siri was the best thing for guys who are currently 38 to 44.
Yeah. Hey Siri, what do you call me?
You're Zach. But since we're friends, I get to call you motherfucking Jones.
But since we are friends, that's a good one.
MF and Jones. You know what
watched
movie that
Horrible
was from?
Bosses and you
Yeah.
guys said, that's me.
That's me.
That's me right there.
Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx might be one of the most talented people that's ever existed.
Oh, he can sing, he can dance,
Do
he can
impressions.
act,
He
do
does
comedy, his
Mike
impressions are
Tyson's
great.
impressions.
Oh man, yeah, he's a great guy.
He's dope.
Oh, prayers up. He just had a stroke recently.
No. No.
Yes.
No. Tell me it was Morgan Freeman or somebody who's supposed to die. I mean, at this point, it was like Betty White. Like, Morgan Freeman is, like, at some point you pass the threshold and it's just like,
Yeah, Morgan Freeman's born in the 30s.
yeah.
He's
It's like, oh, we hope we see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope you sleep properly.
I don't feel like Morgan Freeman doesn't give off that old vibes to me like Betty White.
Morgan Freeman has looked the exact same age since he
Maybe-
was 45 years
Maybe
old.
That's why I feel like he's just still kicking it.
Black don't crack.
Okay.
Except for crack. Have you seen Snowfall?
No, what's that?
It's a show about this guy Franklin who like gets into cocaine and then they realize that like crack is like the cheaper version of cocaine and he like ruins his whole entire town. Like the town he grew up in it and he just like he expands way further than that, but he makes millions of dollars just being
real?
like a crack dealer. I don't think it's based on a true story, but it's a
Good.
really good show.
Oh, who's in it?
Franklin. You wouldn't know him. You wouldn't know any of the actors. They're all brand new, which is like kind of what you want.
What is it on?
Hulu.
Interesting.
You would really like it.
All right, might have to watch it.
Especially because you love crack so much.
That's a good one.
That guy, John.
What did you see about Jamie Foxx?
He's in Georgia.
Did he?
It says undisclosed medical emergency, so it, like maybe it's not even him.
What does that mean? It's not him. It just said he had a medical emergency.
Well, it said undisclosed, so maybe it was like a family member.
No, is that recently? I mean, he had a stroke a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Nick Cannon gives update on Jamie Foxx amid hospitalization. Nick Cannon says Jamie Foxx is awake and alert following medical complication. Okay, so Jamie Foxx is in some ish.
Yeah, but talented guy. Prayers up for him.
Yeah. He might be even more qualified to do Raid 2.
Yeah. Ray was blind.
Yeah, I doubt that was.
All right. Well, then they have practice to practice the triangle, and they tie string to all their dongs so that they'll stay close.
Hilarious.
Together.
And I love
Hilarious. It makes no. I mean, it's just silly.
it makes sense.
The point makes sense, but it's nothing he would ever do.
So silly. And also like the amount of Roy loving it was
Roy-
like the funniest
Oh
thing.
my god, Roy was thinking it was the funniest thing ever.
He's like snickering to himself
He was
all
like,
the time.
when Jamie thought he ripped his wiener.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
They all gasped and then
Yeah.
he like goes and checks.
Yeah. Oh, also the scene when Ted says we're all gonna play different people. and like they give each other their roles, and like Rojas is Isaac.
Yeah,
And
and
he
they
says-
start talking
Yeah.
like him.
He says, "Gonna f him up, bruv."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Rojas, but they really did that man wrong. He
How
was
so?
supposed to be a Jamie level threat.
Yeah. Why isn't he Beast anymore?
Honestly, Jamie and Rojas, neither of them are that beast.
Yeah. What happened to both of them?
I don't know.
Jamie's
And it's like we
working his
can't
way
win a
back.
freaking game.
It's like they made him old overnight.
Rojas low-key kind of looked old overnight.
Yeah.
He looked different, but like he looked old.
All right. Well, because of that drill, I got the. Let's do the 4 horsemen of worst sports drills.
Okay.
You got the coin? It looks like it's over there.
Yeah.
All right. I will go heads.
You're gonna catch it.
All right. You win.
Ha ha!
Tails. All right. Worst sports drills.
All right, I'm gonna go. Number 1, worst sports drills. Number 1, worst sports drills. Suicides.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
It's on my list. I'm going to go Oklahoma in football.
That's kind of crazy.
It's like,
Oklahoma was low on my list because it was still kind of fun.
if you got paired with a dweeb. If
But you
got-
picked the person you paired with.
Not if you were good on the team. They'd be
Yeah,
like,
oh, they would be like,
John, you versus Reed.
true.
And I'd be going against Reed Kemp. I'm like, my God, Reed's going to kill us.
Which is funny now.
Yeah.
No offense against Reed Kemp, you would just beat him now.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
I would.
he
Fuck
was
with-
just a beast in
Reed
middle
Kemp, I call you out in Oklahoma right now.
school. Yeah. Drop your 2 sons.
Yeah.
Meet me. All right, my next one, and I think it's called like burpees, but like chop your feet and then they blow the whistle and then you would
Up-downs.
up downs.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a good one.
and anything in full pads sucks.
Oh yeah, full pads always sucks. Next I'm gonna go with taking ground balls.
What?
I thought they were just absolutely terrifying. Your coach hits that fungo bat.
That's why
freaking-
you're in the outfield, bro.
Oh, duh.
All of these things you're saying were like were somewhat fun to me.
Taking ground balls, they hit that fungo 1,000,000 miles per hour. You're right there about to field the ground ball.
What's a fungo?
All of a sudden, it hits a rock, pops you in the face.
What's a fungo?
That weird bat that had like the skinny. It was skinny all the way up the top, and it would be.
Do you remember the yellow ball that had knobs on it, and
Oh,
it would be
yeah.
like pop, 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 pop?
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But just every time I took ground ball from the coach,
Man,
he was gonna cream me.
thinking about like, I think parents have a right. I think parents should think about who their kids are and their chances of getting to be pros. Because honestly, we wasted a ton of freaking
I
time.
hope my kids don't want to play travel baseball.
Oh, I didn't want to play travel baseball.
I don't think I did either.
They
I'm
were
gonna
like,
blame
hey,
mom and dad on that one.
They were like, Zach is pretty good. He should play travel baseball. And it ruined my love for baseball.
I wanted to play AAU basketball.
I didn't want to do
was
that.
me.
And I did that.
I think that
I just kept getting picked up for sports.
Everybody loved
They
it.
said, yo, we need Zach on our team. And then I sat on the bench the whole year. Like, I didn't even freaking
Oh
play.
yeah, whenever I traveled, I was Ryan Pine.
But I played home plate. I played the other one, dugout or whatever. And then I was South Metro Mustangs travel basketball.
Yeah.
And I didn't really play the whole entire time.
But they needed you just in case 10
I
teams went
know,
down.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man.
hope my kids don't do that. Did you
I
guys-
wish Dad would have made us like master carpenters.
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ level.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 3, bear crawl.
Whoa. How many have you done?
That was my 3rd. You just went.
Oh man, that was my next one.
Yeah, you were trying to cheat.
All right.
You've been giving bad ones too.
No, I haven't.
No.
Number 3. Now this one, not many people will have done, but we did it. I did it at least. I wonder if you did. It was in basketball. It was Coach Mac's famous charge drill. You would literally like have to run to the baseline, and someone would be doing a layup, and you would just have to stand there and just accept a charge. It could have been anyone. Like
Right.
it would be like me
Houston
freshman
Kessler.
year Philip Patterson just got absolutely jacked,
Yeah.
and he would go full tilt.
I didn't think Philip Patterson got jacked until after high school.
I think like senior year he was getting pretty big.
Yeah.
And I'm still really small, and I go down there, and Philip was a tryhard, and he would just
Was he a tryhard?
Oh, Philip
Which is funny because Sean was like,
late lackadaisical.
he was the opposite.
Yeah.
And Ben was going 120 miles per hour, but wasn't even good at basketball.
Sean was really good and lazy.
Jack was the perfect mix.
Yeah, Jack.
He wasn't tall enough though.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Ben might have just been bad and lazy.
Yeah, but he was he was fast.
He used to call me Juice Box, and I used to call him Airball.
Yeah. Like I have like this like specific memory of like just every time Ben Patterson would be like solo dolo, like
He'd
nobody
get a
wanted to
steal
catch
and a
up.
fast break.
Steal, nobody's even near him, and then he
Absolute
throws a
break off
layup
him, yeah.
into the stands.
He just ran too fast for his own good.
I know. Same with Javon. Javon was really good at football, but Javon would be playing basketball and he'd be dribbling up the court and he'd be going full speed and he would lose the basketball because he would run faster than he could dribble. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. So it's my turn now.
Yeah, just did the charge drill.
All right, I'm gonna go layup lines.
Layup lines are fun.
I know how to do a layup.
All right, I'm gonna do the ab exercise 6 inches.
Ah,
When you're just holding it there and you're like,
yeah.
yeah.
10 more seconds. The problem with this is you're always in full pads. Like one of mine is pre-practice stretching
Oh, pre-practice stretching should have been number 1.
was the worst.
like when you're over there full pads and you have to put your legs over your head.
yeah, and
you
I'm like,
can't
oh,
breathe.
God.
What am I stretching here?
True. Like the shoulder pads are like,
Self-beach.
yeah, the self beach.
I also put lunges on the list.
Yeah.
Like a lap of lunges. Whew. That'll get you.
I wrote mile run. I feel like coaches at some point would be like, all right, time to run a mile. And you're like,
We got 15 minutes left. What can these guys do? You know what? Just go run a mile.
run a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dad used to do the most douche thing of all time. He'd be running a mile, and Dad was our head coach, and he'd say, what can you do for a minute? And all the other kids would say, anything. And this is my dad. So the whole time I'm like, that shit's stupid as hell. You can't you can't stop war in a minute. You couldn't stop global warming in a minute. And I'm just going through everything that couldn't be accomplished in a minute.
Lots of things.
And I'm like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? Having Dad as a head coach was beast because I played. But also it sucked because like he would be the head coach for our school and I'd get in trouble at school. And then it was like they would just drop me right off at Dad.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, go start running. And I'm like, ah, shit. And then it didn't stop at home.
Yeah. Now the real trouble begins.
Yeah. Go to your room and run in circles. That was his favorite thing to make us do.
Run in circles?
No, I was just joking. All right, so we got that game. That was off of the trade.
Yeah. Nate gets a date with his restaurant girl.
Nate's starting to turn into like old classic awkward Nate that you
Yeah.
kind of love.
Yeah, he could be good again. He's on a highway to redemption.
But also it's like Nate was being an asshole. This hostess was being an asshole. Maybe two assholes just makes a good person.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something to say alpha two assholes, but I couldn't think of anything. Clean butthole.
2 assholes makes a hot dog.
Ugh. Probably though. It's probably more than 2.
Sam's restaurant then gets vandalized, like we said, and now the team is just from practice. They're now a well-oiled machine. That scene when they're throwing around the water bottle,
Yeah.
kind of cool.
What water bottle?
There's like a quick scene in the locker room where they're like tossing this water bottle back and forth, and they're like throwing over each other's head and like catching.
Oh,
it,
really?
and
I
then
missed
putting
it.
up.
Is that when Sam like just shoulders
Yes.
Isaac for
when he
no
goes
reason?
Full douche.
Yeah. At least shoulder a white guy.
Yeah.
What did the other black guy in the locker room do to you?
What'd he do to you?
Yeah. Is Isaac even black? He's got some black in him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25% at least.
Yeah. Something.
What's the percentage of black before you can't say the N word? I've always thought of this.
I think if you have,
You have to have the complexion.
you just
Like if like we like did like an ancestry
Logic
now,
say it?
and we were like, "Hey guys,
oh yeah, you got it.
we're 2% black." Like people wouldn't be like.
I think you could be 2% black as long as you looked a smidge black.
You gotta look a
You
little
don't
bit
even-
black.
Like,
Yeah,
does Logic say the N word in his raps?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Good
But
question.
He's the whitest.
He
looking
looks
black
like a
of
white
all
guy.
time.
Yeah,
His hair's a little like curly.
yeah.
Maybe that's good enough.
No, I don't know.
Oh, but if he's saying it, he's gonna have to pull out his records and post them on Twitter.
True,
you know?
true, true.
He ain't just saying it without any questions. No.
I'm like,
questions
whoa,
asked.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Does
What's
he have?
What's he?
Does he have the pass?
What kind of person are you?
What's your ancestry now?
Yeah. So,
That'd be funny.
but Isaac definitely can. I mean, he's.
Yeah, but also like, do British people even say the N word?
They say bruv. That's it.
Okay.
I don't
Are
know.
you sure you can say that?
Oh yeah, that's what's up, bruv.
Yeah, I was kidding.
I think they do. I've listened to some British rap.
2 + 2 is 4.
Minus one. That's the N word.
2 + 2 is 4. You used to love that song, bro.
It's
I was
hilarious.
like, what the hell?
It's a hilarious song. Minus one. That's 3 quick passes.
Why is this guy still going by Van Damme?
I don't know, but they're really.
It's like once Zava left, he should have stopped it, but like it's kind of funny still.
But now it feels like he's gonna be Van Damme for life.
Yeah, it's like he had the option of going by Van Damme, and he took that, and then Colin took the option of being gay, and now Colin is like top 5 on the team of like people we see on a day to day.
Yeah, lots of screen time.
And also off of that, how many times have you seen like the other 10 players on the team and been like, who the hell is that guy?
I couldn't tell you the French guy's name for sure.
Yeah, but you know his face. I'm talking
Oh,
about
you
the
mean
guys
people-
behind them, like the C-listers that are like,
I couldn't even
I don't even
picture.
recognize him.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't even picture a face.
There was like one time when they were switching roles in this
Mm-hmm.
episode, and it turns to this dude who's like dressed like an assistant coach.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the hell is that guy?
I think that was a joke.
Oh, really?
I think that was with everyone switching roles.
Yeah, but I didn't know who he was prior.
He was probably like a janitor.
The kid being Coach Beer was funny.
That was funny.
And then he says, get the F off out of my desk.
Yeah, that
and
was
he's like all
nice.
posted up with the fake beard.
Uh-huh.
That was funny.
Then Nate's dad, who is typically pretty mean, was a total romantic. Got his
Yeah,
mom
with the
that
mileage
map.
thing. But he's
Yeah.
also kind of a chotch to Nate.
He always is a charge to Nate.
Well, he said like, okay, me, you, and the daughter, we're gonna leave so they can have girl talk. Like if
Sure.
they would have said that, I would be like, okay, well I'm going to get ice cream too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna go sit here. But Nate needed the combo.
Yeah, he did. And then it got him. a
Nothing
date.
wrong with a little girl talk.
Sam's ginormous dad shows up.
Yeah,
And he's
and I think
super
he's
cool.
he's super dope, but also I don't think he's old enough to be Sam's dad. Is Sam like he's either my age
like
or
you
your
said.
age?
Black people just age a little different.
Yeah, black don't crack.
Yeah, and he could be 50 years old. Sam could be 20.
Yeah.
That's 30.
He looks the exact same as he did in Game of Thrones 15 years ago.
Yes.
Bravo.
Great voice.
Yeah.
I always think it's weird when guys wear like some sort of garb like that, and then their kid is dressed normal. I'm like, why isn't Sam rocking?
He's been
And you don't
what's
care
that
that-
term? What's the term if somebody moves to America and then becomes like I want to say gentrified, but I don't think that's the term.
He's been colonized.
Colonized. That might not be the term either, but
I'm just surprised that he doesn't wear the same garb, the cool little dress robe.
yeah, but he's like that dude's in the heart of I say Nigeria. I think it's Nigeria.
I think so.
But he's in the heart. He's been sitting there like if he was wearing like British clothes. Sam's dressed in the nines pretty much all the time. He's
Yeah,
got
he
a
is
nice
dressed
turtle
nice.
or something.
Yeah. And then Ted sees him and says, I almost wore that same thing.
That hilarious.
That's a great line.
And also I loved that like they gave Roy a chance to say some like Ted Lasso euphemisms
Hilarious
or like
as well.
puns.
What have you done to me?
Yeah.
That was good.
It was like, what was it about like
AKA Asquatch.
Asquatch?
Make it stop.
Yeah, he's like, what is going on? Roy is right up there. It goes Jamie, Roy. We should do our top 5 at like the end.
At the end.
Yeah.
How
Or
high
top
do you
4.
think Ted is right now?
He would make my list, but not like I wouldn't feel bad losing Ted.
He's top 3.
Maybe.
He still has some.
Honestly,
zingers.
and there's besides like Roy, Higgins, Jamie. Besides those 3,
Zava was classic.
yeah, he was classic, but
Beard's
won't make
pretty
my
good.
top 5. Beard's good, but wouldn't like make my top 3.
There are guys at the bar came back and watched practice.
Yeah, that's why I thought they were gonna start doing good because like I figured they would start like the practices because it was like those 3 guys.
I was gonna say they've not been in the show like in forever.
Right.
I mean they like.
Well,
there's,
one
like,
of them looks like he has cancer.
the
the older,
guy who
scrawny
doesn't-
white guy?
Yeah, what he looks way.
He looks
different.
he looks rough.
I thought he just looked old. And I was like,
It's
"Damn,
like the
you old."
the big black dude looks about the same. The skinny little, not the skinny
shorter
white
one.
guy. Yeah, the shorter
With brown
white guy.
hair.
Yeah, with brown hair,
Yeah.
looks the same. And then
blonde-haired
the other guy,
I
it's
was
like,
damn, you look old.
did you
or
just go
something."
through dialysis?
Yeah,
Like,
I
are
don't
you
know what
okay?
happened to him.
Yeah, I
Um,
hope he's okay.
Yeah, but they're pretty good.
But I don't care
characters,
that
and they're
much.
Not in it, and you'll like forget about characters all the time. Like, where's Rupert? Hasn't been in forever.
I don't need to see him though.
No, I don't either. But I'm just saying, there's other people.
Right.
Um,
Zava, I guess, is gone. I figured he was going to West Ham.
he could still. I mean, they haven't really been back or played that team or heard from Zava, and he was a great character, so I could see him bringing him back. So they're down 3-0 at the game.
Good job
And,
saying no.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say with tennis too?
No, love.
Oh yeah. And I played tennis.
Yeah, 15 love, 30,
30 love, 40 love,
Why does
and
it go
then
by
it's like-
15s until it gets to 40 and then it goes to 10?
I don't know. And then it
What
goes deuce, and
If
then
you're
it's
tied.
like, yeah.
40 love is match point. And if you get that, you win.
And if you tie, you go to deuce, and then you go back to,
Advantage.
yeah.
Advantage me.
It's. I played tennis for like 3 years, and I like went to like a camp or like a facility that like taught me tennis
Yeah.
more. I don't know why. I don't think I had any say in this anymore.
Did you
I'm
like
starting
it?
a little bit. I didn't.
But you were always
I
the
didn't
guy
beg
who,
and
like,
plead.
was like, maybe I'd like tennis.
I'm still that guy,
Yeah.
but I'm diving
Maybe
into
it was
things
you.
that I like a
Maybe
little bit
I would
more.
like hunting. I actually just thought about this the other day.
No,
'cause-
that wasn't me. That was Dad.
No, that was you.
No, that was Dad.
I can tell the
Dad
story
was
about it.
saying that he wanted. I thought Dad wanted to like have a little bonding
You
with.
probably did, but you were, I think, wanting to do hunting. And I was thinking about this recently because I was like,
Jeez
you know what?
Louise,
I think I would
can
like
I find a lane?
He's just a Renaissance man.
I'm gonna give up on podcasting soon.
I hope not. I've dedicated my life to this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be broke.
I was thinking about this recently because I was like, maybe I would like to go hunting. Me and Ethan went, and we didn't see anything, but I still thought it was a lot of fun. And I was like, remember when Zach went to hunt, and you had these pajamas that had deer heads on them, and you said, whenever I kill a deer, I'm going to cross off one of these heads.
I do remember that.
And it was like, you thought you were
Those
gonna-
pajamas are they're the exact same.
You thought you were going to kill 200
Well, when you
deer.
think about deer hunting, it sounds glamorous, but the only way I would deer hunt now is if somebody put me in a deer farm and said, go nuts. Because, like, the whole thing, me and Dad, we have some great stories off of it, but it was pretty much just us freezing to death and then laughing our asses off because the whole thing is stay quiet, be still, and me and Dad by the end of it are like, I can't feel my effing toes.
How long do you think you all were out there?
6 hours. First time me and Dad get there, it's 4 a.m. We get there, and it's like a bunch of, like, hillbillies. No offense. But they're like, what are y'all dressed in? And we're like, what? We got camo on. We got our layers. What are you talking about? And they're like, you're going to freeze to death. and then I'm like, I'm like, we'll probably be fine. And then they're like, okay, well, just in case, take these gloves and this jacket.
Wow, they gave you that stuff and you still froze to death.
I was fine. Because I got the gloves and the jacket. I'm guessing Dad was beside me, like, trying to hurdle up to me, just, like, trying to stay warm and acting like a dad.
Yeah.
Because if you're a dad and your son's beside you, it's like, I'm going to make sure my son's warm before I am.
Yeah.
I bet Dad was dying up there. Thinking back, like, I bet Dad might have, like, wet himself on purpose just to try and stay warm. For, like, I mean, it was freezing. And another funny story, because Dad buys me a rifle in order for us to go hunting. And I don't know where that rifle is
This might
now.
have been what I was going to tell you to tell.
Yeah.
I just told this story.
It's so funny. So Dad goes, all right, Zach, guns are no joke. You have to be careful when you use a gun. This means the safety is on. This means the safety is off. You never want to point it at somebody. And when you're getting ready to shoot, and he just fires a bullet 4 feet ahead of us right into the dirt. And like I look at him. I'm like, and he's like, you do not want to do that. And then we just like continued on, but like, I'm glad he didn't like shoot our feet or something.
During a gun safety lesson.
Listen, here's one thing you don't want to do. The trigger is very sensitive, so you don't want to press it until you're ready to. It was insane.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He was probably.
He was so embarrassed.
Because he's always.
Tell you what, Dad, let me take that gun from you.
Yeah, because he's big into gun safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for probably after that, he's like, I'm telling you, these things are finicky. These things can go off at any time.
Yeah. I've seen
Whoa.
I've seen it myself.
Trust me.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we?
So they're losing 3-0. Everyone's actually comes in the locker room like pissed at Jamie. I'm like, what did you do wrong? I guess he's running into them.
Yeah, they're like, Jamie, what the heck? You're doing it wrong. And he's like, I got something to say, but I don't want to say it because I think you guys are going to think I'm a dick.
Yeah.
And they're like, they flick him off.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm not doing it wrong.
Y'all are doing
You
it
guys are doing it
Yeah.
wrong. And then they kind of figure it out. They get 1 point. They lose 3-1.
Yeah. But
There's a sliver of hope. If they don't win the next game,
Trent Krim thinks hope's all the way there.
he was freaking
juiced.
geeked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
He's like, this
geeking.
is going to work.
He said, Ted, it's it. This
It's
is
the
it.
Lasso way.
It's the Lasso effect.
I thought that was going to be number 4. But number 4 wasn't sacrifice either.
I thought that number
Guys, I
4
found
was
out
going to
number
be
4.
like,
It's a sacrifice.
oh, really?
No, that's what Rojas said. And said that ain't number 4.
Yeah.
But
I
that-
thought it was going to be like acronym. So I looked at the 3 letters, but it's like CVA or something.
Not
So I was
gonna
like,
work,
no,
Chief.
that's not a word.
Nah.
So then they go and they,
Jamie did the sick back kick instead of trying to score.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that was
oh,
just the
sick.
most selfless thing of all time,
He's
too.
just a total man right now.
Yeah, he's so beast.
The team at the very end, they
help
put
Sam's
the
restaurant.
restaurant together, and then Sam's dad comes and sees his restaurant for the first time.
Ola's.
Ola's.
Yeah.
And his dad's name is Ola.
I almost teared up.
Yeah.
I was
You could tell his dad. He must not have told his dad the name of the restaurant.
right, because he's like, oh, and the light goes up and it says Ola's. That was a nice little
That was
beautiful
nice.
moment.
And his dad's really cool. He's like, why don't you just forgive them for doing this to your
Well,
restaurant?
also that's like, I mean, if you get wronged, the term "turn the other cheek" is like, it's a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
if you if you let it affect your life in any way, then they have won.
Yeah.
So that's the way that like you win is by ignoring it and moving on, and then getting security cameras because you're not an idiot. Like,
yeah. His dad's cool.
yeah, he was beast. And then
Named
they
the podcast Jays.
Jays, nah, he's
If we
fine.
start a restaurant, we can.
Yeah,
Yeah. It doesn't make sense for this podcast.
no, we can do a restaurant
Movie
called
Night's a great
Jays.
name.
Yeah,
Jays.
and he helped us think of the intro,
on.
so he's here.
Yeah, there's a shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
just don't Don't give him a gun. That goofball can't handle the firearm.
And then I just wrote,
Hey, bud.
is Simi his new love interest? And that was just a question.
Nah, I don't. I think they're like giving us two different options for Sam to have a love interest, and then I think he might go back to Rebecca
But
somehow.
Rebecca also loves that other guy.
I know.
I don't think she's pregnant.
I know.
Um,
She's not pregnant. It sounded like they didn't bang. Because she was
According
talking to
her,
Keely
because
and she was like,
told him that. She
yeah.
asked and he said no. But
Yeah,
they
that was
still might
weird.
have.
That was
Yeah.
awfully rapey.
Yeah, so
We need to color this desk.
another 4 horsemen.
Like your half, my half. Just thinking.
Maybe it's a tough job.
Why?
I thought it was tough when we were doing that earlier.
Really?
I mean, that's a lot of real estate. to
An
make up
extra
for.
15
and then
minutes.
It's just gonna smear.
Yeah.
I think focus on this area first.
Yeah. Well, I have way more than you.
Well, this is your house, and you have had time in here.
Yeah.
And I brought one really cool trinket. I'm on my way.
You got any ideas?
My first idea is, if my camera's down here, I'm probably gonna have to lower this trinket.
Oh, you think? Well, we don't know.
Okay, let's do the other 4 horsemen.
Okay. So the next 4 horsemen is best dads in cinema.
TV and movies.
Yeah. I just
All
said cinema and it's on class.
right. Heads or tails?
Wait. What's the side facing you?
This right here is a head.
Then tails.
How's that work?
Pretty sure that's how science works. Like, there's no way it was going to be heads there. I don't get it, but I knew that, like, now it's going to be heads.
Alright, that's effed up.
Here,
Alright.
okay, then let's do this. I don't think we're going to have, I think we're going to have a different list for this, but here you go.
Did you look anything
Heads.
up? It's tails.
Okay, cool. You go first.
Alright.
I looked it up.
I didn't really want to go first that bad, but I just thought that was crazy that you won like that. Alright, my number 1 for best dads in TV and movies is John Q.
Who's that?
He's Denzel Washington in a movie when his son has this heart condition.
Yeah, that's
and
a good
they have
dad.
bad health insurance.
Does he give
And-
him his heart at the end?
I don't.
He holds up the hospital.
Yeah. He may give his own heart. No, I think there's a car accident. He couldn't give his
Oh,
own
yeah,
heart.
yeah, it is a car accident.
He
Okay,
might
okay.
die, though. Like
Yeah.
getting shot and stuff. And he holds up the hospital and makes him do heart surgery. Great dad.
All right, I'm going to say Marlin Finding Nemo.
He was my number 2.
Great dad.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
Travels the seas, traverses with a forget-me-not.
yeah. I'm going to go with Daniel Hilliard from Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's number 7 on my list.
He dresses as a female to see his own kids, does a whole little charade, and gets
Yeah.
away with it.
I'm going to go William Wallace, Braveheart.
Is he a dad?
Yeah, his son dies in the start, right?
You're thinking of Patriot.
Whichever that...
That's a
Same
good
Mel
one.
Gibson.
That's a good one. His son dies and he goes ham.
Yeah.
We'll go with Mel Gibson.
Good dad. Mel Gibson.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like Mel Gibson might be
Probably a bad dad.
cancelable for something.
Oh, really?
I don't know why, but I just have that feeling. Number 3, and this is a teaser because I know you haven't seen this movie, but it's the dad in Life is Beautiful, and it's in our top 100 list.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good dad?
Great dad. I was gonna explain
you
what
cry?
he does. It's a crier.
Really?
It's
Oof.
I was gonna explain it, but I can't.
Don't.
I can't.
I don't want to cry right
I
now.
don't want to cry.
All right. Next father. Chris Gardner. Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great dad.
All right, and for my last one, number 4, best dad, I'm gonna go with Uncle Ben.
Oof. I have so many great guys that could be next best dad. I'm going to go Uncle Phil. Fresh Prince Bel-Air.
He's a great dad too.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
good old-
you got
nothing better
honorable
than a
mentions?
Good old Uncle Ben, Uncle Dad. Yeah, tons of honorable mentions actually.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Yondu, Guardians of the Galaxy. Honorable.
a good one.
Mufasa, The Lion King. Honorable.
Taken.
Yeah, that was one of mine. That was my
Yeah.
next one.
Interstellar. Guy goes to space to save his whole.
Uncle Iroh, The Last Airbender.
Oh yeah, he's a great dad.
Great dad to Zuko.
Danny Tanner from Full House.
Okay, pretty good dad. Actually, yeah, single father. Great dad.
Yeah, and he took care of like everyone's kids.
True.
And his the uncles.
Hal Wilkerson, Malcolm in the Middle.
Ah.
Great dad.
Tom Baker, Cheaper by the Dozen. 12 kids.
Yeah. I think that's all my dads.
Charlie Hinton, Daddy Daycare.
Okay.
Clark Griswold from Vacation. Mufasa.
I said Mufasa.
Phil Dunphy.
Yeah.
Ned Stark.
Good one.
Darth Vader, honorable mention right there at the end. And the guy from Jaws goes and fights a shark to save his
Just
family.
for his son.
Yeah.
Or for the shark. Who knows? All right, I'm done.
That's everything we got?
Yeah.
Oh, you got any predictions for next week?
Predictions for next week, I certainly do, but they're very similar to
I got Sam gets heavily involved in politics.
Okay. Mine was Roy will confess his love to Keely. That's a recycle.
Keely is torn after Roy says he misses her.
Colin will tell the team he plays soccer.
Rebecca is pregnant.
Sam is going to approach Rebecca in a flirtatious way.
They finally start winning.
These last two are new.
Okay.
Someone in the show will get gravely injured.
Ted wants to go home.
Ted's wife, son, and therapist will come to Chelsea.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Might not want to go home. Or maybe that'll make him want to go home more.
Or maybe it'll be like, maybe the son should just spend some time in Great Britain because what does he really have to go home to besides his kid?
Yeah.
At this point, he doesn't have a
And
lot.
why would the son want to go home where his mom is banging
A therapist.
therapist?
Yeah. And I'm sure he's getting
picked
bullied
on
at
for
school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his mom's a hoe.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Great set.
That's it. We're going to think of our next. We got May coming up. We already know that Guardians of the Galaxy will be on there.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should watch Beef.
We probably have 3 more Wednesdays of Ted Lasso.
Okay. I think we should watch Beef.
For a show like Beef, I'd want to do that in 2 episodes tops. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Well, it might
Not
only
like
be like 4 episodes. So we
Oh.
could like break it up into like,
half.
yeah, like do half and then do half.
Yeah.
And not like The Mandalorian because I still haven't tried to watch that show.
I wouldn't mind finishing The Mandalorian and
But-
doing it as one last episode.
I don't know. We'll
Sure,
figure
that's
that
a lot
out.
of watching.
Yeah, I mean it's a commitment, and also
When
like
you
the
just
note
said
taking
Beef
shit.
was 4 episodes. You said we might do Beef, and I was like, and then you said Beef's 4 episodes, and I was very
Hold on, yeah, like it's like I'm almost like begging for like a 30-minute to 40-minute movie.
My notes apps are nuts now.
I delete all of them.
And my phone, like photos, I'm like, holy shit, this is really taking up some space.
Yeah, you gotta delete them. My phone with photos is tough because every time I see an issue at work, I have to take a picture and then say what lot it is and then send it to those people. Pain in the ass.
It's tough.
But yeah, you gotta just keep
keeping
on top of your storage.
But all right, we'll have hopefully we'll get that calendar out this weekend.
Yeah, and I think this was a great one.
Great pod.
All right, good job, guys. Good job indeed. And we're gonna do